answers.
Would you love to deepen your spiritual connection and create a conscious shift in your life? Do you seek answers to the human experience? Well, welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. It's a 2-hour safe haven for your questions and Spirit's answers, and you can transform your life. Right now on WHFS in Tampa and WWNN in South Florida, Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium who can assist you to connect the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. For the next 2 hours, listen and call in toll-free, 888-565-1470, 888-565-1470, and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube, and share love and light.
Yes, indeed, there is a light right here on WHFS 1010 AM 92.1 and 103.1. And you're also listening to us on WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 and 96.9. Just got so many numbers running around, but I got to tell you, we're so glad to connect with all of you and to make this connection tonight. Tonight, we're going to learn to live in the moment of now. In the moment of now, I am aligned to my divine destiny. In the moment of now, I can create whatever I desire. And when we look to the future, we find ourselves stuck as to what we really want and how to get there when we're worrying about how it's going to happen, when we're losing ourselves in the energy of what is it that is going to fall into place for me. So often I hear people saying, I'm trying to put this together and I'm trying to manifest something for myself. And I see what I want, but I'm worried about where I am and how I'm going to get there. And the minute we lose ourselves in the energy of worry, the minute we hold ourselves in this energy of hesitation, we are unable to move ourselves in the direction of what we desire because we become disconnected from the universe that is perpetually creating. In the laws of precipitation, the energy is focused on that which we are manifesting at that time and our attention is focused on. So let's just forget about yesterday for a moment. And let's just look at now. Don't look at tomorrow. Tomorrow isn't here yet. Now is creating your tomorrow. But we always look to tomorrow as if we want to say that tomorrow I will give all of my attention to that tomorrow. I will create tomorrow what I want in my future. But in this moment of now, just the thought and the inspiration and the attention to detail to that which you wish to create is going to be your tomorrow. You cannot worry about what you're creating tomorrow if now the attention is focused on all the things that went wrong from yesterday and all the things that are out of control today. Today is a product of yesterday. Let me say that again. Today is a product of yesterday. Tomorrow is the product of your today, of this moment, in this moment of now. In this moment of now, you have the power to create all that you desire. In this moment of now, you can align yourself with all the right people, places, and things. I am the being who is aligning with the energies, the people, the opportunity that can lead me to what I desire. I am the woman who, I am the man who is a conquering power of God in motion. I am. When you say I am, you open up the energy of infinite bountiful blessings. So when you say I am and you say I am sick, I am tired, I am disgusted, I am frustrated, I am angry, I am not getting what I want, and I focus on what I don't like in a relationship or in a job or in an opportunity or with a company or with the past. That is the energy that I'm creating that is going to be my tomorrow. And so when we listen to ourselves, and we all do it, each one of us has conversations, sometimes in our heads, sometimes to our friends who will lend a listening ear. And we'll talk about what we don't want. We'll talk about the person next door. We'll talk about our coworker. We will talk about someone that is not in alignment with who we are. And then we will focus our attention on that. And then we'll think it's over. But what you did was, in that moment, you were co-creating another experience similar to that for your future. You were co-creating in the energy of tomorrow everything that you want. No. In that moment, you're creating what you don't want. In that moment, you are manifesting something beyond your control. Because it's going to build this momentum and bring everything that is negative against the desire. So when we awaken in the morning, to say I am in alignment with the divine energy, and all of my angels and all of my guides and God are bringing forth to me the people that will facilitate the journey for prosperity and blessings in this day that I have before me. I will be filled with the inspiration and the ideas that will inspire me to begin to focus my attention on the details that will be in alignment with what I desire, the desired outcome. I want to be in alignment with the vision that I have. So how many of you, if you're driving, don't do this, but how many of you, raise your hand. I got you. How many of you find yourself complaining about your job and finding yourself stuck? And then we've changed jobs, and then we complain about the job again because we've attracted the same group of coworkers. They have different faces, maybe a different uniform, maybe a different job title, but here you are. And we build this momentum of things that aren't working. How many of you have had past problems with neighbors? And so you think, I'm going to move and I'll get away from these neighbors, only to move and have what? A different type of trouble, perhaps, from a neighbor. How many of you have put yourself in a situation of relationships that didn't work out? And so we do some inner work. We're all real good at that. And we focus on what we don't want. And in the energy of what we don't want, what do you think we attract in the next relationship? Exactly that. We attract the energy of the relationship that we don't want. And then we attract this person who maybe in the beginning appears to be everything different from where we've been. And then 3-4 months into it, oh my goodness, I'm right back again. I don't know if I can trust this person. I don't know if they're authentic. I don't know if they really care. I don't know if they're playing a game. I don't even know if they're secretly in another relationship. I don't know. Or they're not being kind to me and loving and expressing themselves. You see. You see the energy that we have. You see the flow. So how do we break this pattern? As we find ourselves thinking human thoughts, which we all do, that speak from a place of disappointment, discontentment. You have feelings, you're human. You most certainly can express them. But in the energy, do you find yourself flowing in what you don't want, in what is upsetting you? Or do you find yourself focusing on something in a better alignment, something that would make you feel better? Because we can't change that person. That person's not going to change their behavior, but we can change how we interpret what they do and how they impact us. And we can shift the energy. And we cannot begin to lose ourselves in the dissatisfaction. You see, in the moment of now, our power is here. You have no power over yesterday. And the only influence you have on tomorrow is where you put your power today. So I ask you this question: where's your power today? Are you focusing on increasing your wealth, your abundance? Are you focusing on the intention to have better, more loving, kind relationships? Are you addressing your need to grow spiritually and feeling that energy and spending the time with self to know thyself? And are you honoring the divine within you? You see, we get so caught up in the world that we forget that each one of us created in the eyes of the Creator, as the Creator has created us in the Creator's image. We are the expression of God. And in the expression of God, you have the power within you, built in. You are wired for sound. You are wired for results. You are wired to be a manifestation generator. Wired. So why is it that someone will tell me that they are working on a business and they can't seem to get it off the ground? And they're doing all the right things. They're showing up. They're doing the marketing. They're putting themselves out there. Or what about the individual who says, I'm putting myself out there and I see people and I meet people and I find people that I am interested in, and then they're either not interested in me, or we're in the relationship or dating and then it just doesn't work out, and there I am back at ground zero. So what separates us from God? First, we're not living in the power. We're not living in the now. But the underlying surface of the story, deep in the depths within you, in your personality, in your human conditioned experience, is something that doesn't ever view yourself as worthy enough to have what you want. There's a memory or a thought or an idea that you could have it, but you don't know if you will have it. And you can have everything that you want. And you have to hold the vision of who you want to be in this world. But you have to remember that you're the expression of the divine. And in that expression is flowing through you all the inspiration, all the intentions that are in place within your soul. Down deep in your soul are all the aspects of life fully fulfilled within you, waiting to bloom. Much like a bulb that we would place early in the season of the springtime, so that we would see its beauty of its bloom later in the spring and the early summer. Just like we'll see the manifestation of the leaves on the trees, only to see them change color in their most magnificent beauty before they fall to the ground, accepting the change and recognizing that there is rebirth to the process, and that they are an aspect of divinity that is always changing. See, the problem with us humans is sometimes we don't like change. We don't like to do things differently, see things differently. So what about that person who doesn't feel they can get their business off the ground? Why is that? Well, they're stuck because they're comparing themselves to someone else. They're stuck because they're trying to be someone that they're not meant to be. Doesn't mean they cannot have the business, but there's a methodology or a hiccup in the flow that is preventing them from really aligning with ideally who they truly are. And maybe they're in the business for many of the right reasons, but perhaps one underlying reason underneath the surface is to prove someone wrong or to prove their worth in the world. And maybe the business is just a business. Maybe it's not just something to be passionate about. We have to be open. We have to be truthful with who we are. We have to recognize that when we look in the mirror, what's looking back at us is not just all of our experiences of this life and other lifetimes, but a divine essence that is prompting you to do something different. So in the moment of now, what are you creating? If every hour you stopped yourself, we have time to pick up our phone, we have time to say this. In the moment of now, I am aligning with, and say whatever you desire. I'm aligning with a relationship that is of an equal vibrational match that fills me and fulfills me and aligns with me, and we enjoy aspects of our connection. I'm aligning with partnership. Or in the moment of now, I am the person who is aligning with a new job opportunity that allows me to express my creativity and takes me out of the box that I've been in and allows me the opportunity to grow financially and in my career. In the moment of now, I am the woman or the man who is releasing the past relationships, knowing that I am worthy of love. And in this moment, I can create a partnership with someone who values me, for I value me. In the moment of now, I'm the being that, although was resistant to change, I am open and receptive to the new opportunities and the new doorways that the universe will open for me. And I know that all I need to do is show up at this moment of now, in this energy, fully embracing every change, knowing that I will be prompted for the exact right choice in this moment of now. So in this moment of now, I am receptive. I am grateful. And I am aligned with my guides and my angels. And I trust the divine. In the moment of now, I am releasing every aspect of lack that I have ever had in my life. I am releasing my need to worry about money because I feel like I have to work hard to receive. In this moment of now, I trust that unexpected avenues of abundance will flow to me with ease and grace. And I am open and receptive to the ways that money can flow to me, to the ways fulfilled living can occur. I am open to acts of service. I am open to gifts that bring me to the energy of what I desire. In the moment of now, I believe that all things are possible, and through the divine, I am the creator. I am open and I am receptive in the moment of now, and I trust. So in the moment of now, we're going to step into our power, and we're going to pop off for a commercial. But then when we come back, in this moment of now, we're going to be creating a connection with all of you. We're going to align with your guides, with your angels, and we are going to feel the energy. And we're going to trust that everything we ask for is being heard by all that are listening in the universe, and that each one of us are co-creating and manifesting together. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, and that's me, Sarah Spiritual. We welcome your calls at 888-565-1470. Thank you for listening, Tampa. Thanks, South Florida. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Did you call me with your song? Because you know that you know me. Every soul has its story.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 888-565-1470. That's toll free. 888-565-1470. Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
We've got a feeling you'll want to listen to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 p.m. for insightful, intuitive messages on WHFS. Sarah Spiritual is a spiritual advisor and transformational coach who will assist you. Join Sarah Spiritual for a powerful hour of life's questions and Spirit's answers. I've got a feeling you'll love Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, 6 to 7 p.m. Wednesday. Got the feeling? Just call 888-565-1470.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual at 888-565-1470. Toll free, 888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
as you know that you know me. I am Sarah Spiritual, and you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on WHFS and WWNN. And we are so glad to be connecting with you every Wednesday night from 6 to 8 p.m. Now, guess what? It's Mercury Retrograde, and for those of you who are newbies and don't know what a Mercury Retrograde is, hang on, baby, baby, hang on. It's going to get a little gnarly. It's a little out there. We've got a lot of planets, 6 to be exact, retrograde. What does that mean? I know my producer's shaking his head going, Lord, it's going to be a hell of a 3 weeks with Sarah Spiritual. Because that's when technology goes screwy. That's when messages get messed up. That's when contracts go south. And that's when you just can't get people to cooperate with you. And you'll have a lot of misunderstandings. So mind your P's and Q's. Watch your words. Sometimes people get a little miffed for nothing. You know, sometimes we have to really just trust that everything's going to work out for us. Mercury retrograde is going to challenge you, especially right now. And the energy is ramping up for some major changes in the world. So be true to yourself and know that in the moment of now, everything's aligning perfectly for you and that all you desire can happen with ease and grace. 888-565-1470. I'm going to take phone calls all across the nation, all across the world, thanks to Facebook and YouTube. YouTube people, Facebook friends, please drop your question and your birthday in the feed, and we will answer your questions as we continue in the show. But we're going to go to our phone lines right now, 888-565-1470. Why am I repeating it? Because I want to be sure you write that number down. We're going to get to as many callers tonight as possible. I am committed. We are ready to roll. We're going to pull it now. We're going to New Jersey. And I've got Margaret, and she's on the line. Margaret, how are you tonight?
Oh, good. How are you?
I'm doing really well. And what is your question for me tonight?
I'm just wondering how things will turn out with my place that I live.
Residence, yes.
And yes.
Paperwork,
I have an
energy around you. Yes, we're working on papers, please. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. And so when I see this paperwork and they go 1, 2, 3, there's something that you're trying to iron out in the next 2-3 months, please? Yes, or 2-3 weeks?
Yes.
Okay. 2-3 weeks, 2-3 months. Which one is it? Because that's what they're giving me, 2 and 3.
It's probably going to be 2 to 3 months.
Okay, perfect. And we want to make sure that we stay above board. Yes, this is what they're telling me. Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Deep breath. You ready? See, you're going to work with me and we're going to co-create. In the moment of now, say in the moment of now.
In the moment of now.
I'm aligning with divine results.
I am aligning with divine results.
Abundance flows to me with ease and grace.
Abundance flows through me with ease and grace.
And I am aligned to my highest and best outcome.
And I am aligned to my highest and best
Outcome. So think about that and hold that vibration for yourself. So I see a lot of back and forth going on, but in the end, I feel like things will be favorable. It's like a negotiation, a renegotiation, something such as that. Yes, please?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so I see the numbers, and they're going to say, oh, we need this and we need that, and it'll be back and forth. But I do feel that they have a solution for you. So I want you to walk around that house and say, in the moment of now, I'm aligned with this home. Right? I'm aligned with my home. You can say this daily, like I'm aligned with my home. I'm aligned with a positive outcome. I am the woman who is attracting all the right people to show favor upon me so that everything helps. Okay? Because what I'm feeling from you is fear. Like, oh my God, you know, you're too anxious about this, and we need to let it go. Now, of course, I understand anything with papers is a pain in the neck. And every little thing is a project. But you are reconstructing yourself so that you can redesign this moment for yourself so that you can have a future with ease and grace. Now, I will continue with what else I see beside your question, if I may. So what I do see coming to you is I also see additional abundance. So I see an additional flow of abundance, favorable outcome, having nothing to do with the house, that's coming for you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So we need to trust that experience. And listen, I will tell people things and we'll be like, I don't know how that's going to happen, Sarah Spiritual. And then
Exactly.
something happens. Something's coming. I don't know what it is, but it's going to be great.
There's things I wanted to, I think about I may have to do after this whole process gets resolved. And then that may be what you're talking about, because I'm thinking about, getting a lawyer.
Okay.
And there's things that are going on where
Behind
I
the
live that I'm
scenes,
being discriminated against.
Okay. So
that's what that's about, the paperwork that you see.
all right. So follow the protocol,
Mm-hmm.
play by the rules, but always have an additional card in your back pocket.
Have additional what?
An additional card, like additional info, something else that
Right.
they're not expecting in your back pocket.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
They are
And,
not the great and powerful Oz. They want you to think they are, but they're just people behind a curtain.
Oh my God, that's hysterical. Thank you so much.
All right.
It describes them perfectly.
I know.
It really does.
I know. I could conjure up all sorts of things, but it's like that's what I can say on radio. But
That's
trust.
amazing.
Trust it.
Is my health okay?
Well, the
Anything?
anxiety is not helping your sleep. I'm not a doctor, cannot diagnose, but let me just say this. So, in the neck and the shoulder area, we have some angst, some disconnect there, some problems. Yes. Okay.
Right.
And then when I go down into the stomach, lower abdomen, intestinal tract seems off. But I do feel that some of this is a result of certain foods and a result of stress. Again, cannot diagnose, but this is how spirit shows me. So you want to make some adjustments, right? You want to check with the doctor, but you want to make adjustments in the diet. And we need more rest. You are not sleeping well.
Okay. I'm going to take up your advice.
All right. Thank you so much for
Definitely.
calling. And how did you hear about the
Thank
show?
you. My sister, who lives in Florida,
Well, thank
told
you,
me
sister.
about you, and she's going to be doing, I guess, a private session with you. But she told me about your show, and I found you on Facebook, so it was really great that she informed me. And you're wonderful, and thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless you. And
God bless.
remember, I am the woman who, in the moment of now, is attracting abundant opportunities with ease and grace. All right? Thank you, Margaret. Thank you so much for your call.
Thank you. Thank
Bye
you
for
so
now.
much.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye-bye.
888-565-1470. Now from New Jersey, and I'm a Jersey girl, I got to go to Naples, Florida. I've got Greg on the line. Greg, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Good, Greg. And Greg, what's your question for us tonight?
I'm kind of wondering if I have any loved ones from the other side that are currently around me.
We'll start our conversation, and then we'll see if someone steps up for you, please. But let me just start with this, if I may. So the first thing that I'm seeing here around you is balance. This year is about you stepping into balance, the energy of balance and balance of work, career, finances, personal life. So we're trying to get in a rhythm and a balance, yes? And so when I step into that energy here, they take me into 2023. Why did we skip a year? Because 2023 is a year when a lot comes together. So are we thinking and planning on doing something for our career to kind of kick it off to another level so that we kind of you're kind of a planner, so you can be set for life or get yourself in a better place, Greg? Is that what's on your mind right now?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So I see this because they make me feel like that's so important to you, always has been security. So, Greg, when I first tuned into you and you said, oh, loved ones on the other side, I'm made aware of a man standing in father position, father, grandfather energy, but feels closer to father. Your father passed, please?
No,
Okay.
he's close, though.
Okay. So is that your grandfather then? Because there's a man on dad's side of the family stepping forward here. So let me just ask, what is your dad's name, please?
Dan.
Okay. So on my paper here, I have, you can't see it because you're not here, you're on radio, but on my Facebook page, we can see, I think we can see that there, a D and an A. Okay. So I have the energy. So grandfather's looking after father. So father's in difficulty in health. Is that what I heard you say, please?
Yes.
Okay. So grandfather is there, connected to your father here. Your dad's birthday?
It's June 29th, 45.
Okay. And you've been caring and looking after Dad right now, please? Yes? I mean, not in your residence, but
Yes.
looking after him and taking care of him? Because
Yes.
this is what I'm made aware of from your grandfather. And there's something about your grandfather that makes me feel as if your father's kind of just like him, and they're kind of like, you guys are like chips off the old block. I don't know what that means, but is there like a routine that's something very similar between grandfather, father, and you, please?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. All right. So this is how he makes me feel like you're a chip off the old block, is how he gives it to me. Very interesting dynamic here, because the energy that I feel from your grandfather is that he taught everybody a lot. Does this make sense? Like, not that he was a teacher, but he taught people how to manage things and raise yourself up and build up in work and business, and ethics is the word he gives me. Ethically, does this
Yeah.
make sense, please? Because there's a lot of
Yeah.
ethics in this energy. So
Mm-hmm.
very much connected with you. Now, I know that we're looking for someone else on the other side of the family in the female energy. This is true, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So let me see if she steps forward to me. I feel the presence, but I need to. So my guides say, let's continue talking here. Greg, ask me another question while I see if I can have female energy step forward for you, please. What's another question for you while I do this? Because I can have two conversations at once, in case you didn't know it.
Right. I mean, that was kind of the main question, I
Okay.
guess.
Mm-hmm.
I recently went through some changes in my personal life as far as
Relationship
a move,
and things. Mm-hmm.
a move, and partly, relationship too. So, I
But
guess,
this is about getting yourself in that order of balance that I talked about,
yes,
please.
exactly,
Um,
exactly.
K or C? Whose name is K or C, please?
Kay is my mother.
Okay. And mother has passed,
Yeah.
please?
Yes, she has.
Okay. This is who's coming through for me. I told you I could have two conversations at once.
Yeah.
And so I just needed her to warm up to me. You know, she was just kind of looking at me. I was like, chipped off the old block. She's like, what about me? I'm like, well, you need to tell me who you are. Mother's first name is Catherine, what is it, please?
Christine.
Christy. Okay. Because she gives me a K or a C, so hard sounding for me here. So very much around you. You know, so here I see totally different personality than father figure, okay, than your father, Dan. And very much she's in control of things here. And so she's kind of running the show even from up there. And in her energy, she's in control and looking down on everyone. But she's also got this very warm, nurturing energy around her. So she did everything for a purpose and a reason, but there was a strong, nurturing energy around her. This makes sense to you, please, yes?
Yes, absolutely.
And she's giving me the number 3. So is there you, Greg, and 2 others, please? Why is she giving me the number 3? 3 is either month or 3 people. What is this in reference to, please?
I have two sisters,
Okay.
so it could be the 3 of us.
Yes, the 3 of you. So this is how she always, when they give me that, they either mean a month or they mean amount of siblings or children in her family here. Know that she's very much with you, and she's looking down. And I think your father has been talking about your mom a lot more lately, yes?
Yeah, he has actually.
He's getting a sense of her. I think he can feel her, even though he may not. This might be a little woo-woo for your dad, but I know he's getting a sense of her and know that her energy is very much around you and supporting you, as is your father's father, his father, your grandfather. I hope I've been of service to you, Greg, and giving you evidence of
Yes,
loved
absolutely.
ones on the other side.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
thank you, Greg. How did you hear about the show?
My fiance,
Oh, great. Who's that?
Angie.
Angie. Well, tell Angie that I said thank you so much, and God bless you both, and God bless your dad. I know he's going through a health challenge right now. We'll send the angels around him. Bye for now.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Bye. 888-565-1470. Well, I can have lots of conversations, but right now we need to take a break and go to commercial. So keep listening, my friends at WHFS and my friends on WWNN. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back.
Do you know me? Do I know?
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 888-565-1470. That's toll free. 888-565-1470.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual at 888-565-1470. Toll free, 888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Here live for all of you on WHFS and on WWNN, and we are answering your questions. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, and 888-565 is the phone number that you want to call so we can answer your questions about life, love, career, and anything that's got you a little bit out of sorts. And we can also co-create and manifest. We're talking about the power of now. And so I'm going to go to the phone lines. I've got to go to Mary Ann, and Mary Ann is in Lake Worth, Florida. Mary Ann, how are you tonight?
Good, I'm okay, Sarah. How are you?
I'm doing great, Mary Ann. And so the winds of change have been upon you, and you're getting ready to make changes to open up new doorways and pathways for yourself. What is your question for me?
My question is my husband and I going to be together, or is it we're gonna break?
Love will keep us together.
Okay.
Look at me, babe, whenever. Well, let me tell you this. I know that the communication is out of sorts between the two of you, and that right now we are not on the same track.
Correct.
What is his birthday, please?
8/25/63.
Okay. Well, this man's got to get out of his head. And you know, the energy here, when I look at it, it's like he has to set some boundaries. I feel him very preoccupied about other things, very distracted with other things, not putting attention and intention in the relationship. And I'm feeling like you're feeling like, what about me? I'm feeling stuck. I'm feeling stagnant. I'm feeling trapped. I'm feeling like I've held it all together. And now when we could be paying attention to each other, you ain't nowhere to be found. So it's uncomfortable for you. And you're feeling now as if, like, well, that's okay, because you know what? If he don't want to be found, I don't want to find him. Because now
Right.
we're building up resentment. So
Correct.
ideally for you, where you are is a time of change. Now, last year, had we not been in the pandemic, I feel like you would
Yes.
have walked out that
Yes.
door last year. You
Mhm.
were ready to roll. And then the world came to a stop, and so everything kind of slowed up.
Correct.
So now, before you make the decision, you have to be clear. See, this is where I want to teach everyone about manifestation. We're coming from a place of dissatisfaction. I want Marianne to let go of the thoughts and the processes that are associated with him and his moods and the interaction. And I want you to focus upon how do you want to feel? How do you feel when you think about what life is for you in the way you desire it? And I want you to focus on that and say, in the moment of now, I am the woman who is creating loving relationships everywhere I go. I'm attracting people who have common interests and are aligning with me so that we may co-create and collaborate. And in the moment of now, I am worthy of love. And in this moment of now of being worthy of love, you begin to exude more energy of love. He can either pick up on the frequency and get on the program, or next year you'll be singing, if you see me walking down the street and we happen to meet, walk on by. Right? You're going to be like, you got to go, dude, because you're going to be done. So you're in this wonderful moment, which is uncomfortable, of deciding what Marianne wants. Do I see you together? Love can keep you together, but we're not speaking a language of love. We're speaking a language of disappointment, angst, and resentment.
Right.
And I feel like he's not hearing you at all. Have you personally gone to counseling?
I am. Yeah.
Okay.
I am going.
So
Definitely.
through counseling, you will discover what's most important to you. Now, remember, there's two sides to every story, and you know you're a contributing factor to the dynamic in the relationship. We can't put it
Correct.
all on him. So,
Right.
and he has expressed to you things that he didn't like, and so now we have to see where that truth lies in your perception of what he's describing. And from
Gotcha.
there, you can decide if you even want to be the person that he's trying to say you need to be to make him happy.
Right.
Because when we care what someone wants, we make time to make the adjustment. We have to make the adjustment. We do things for each other.
Right.
And so now you're doing this for yourself first. You cannot adjust for another. Next year will be the year that you decide if you stay or you go. I can't
Right.
tell you what that is because it has
Right.
not decided. Had 2020 not happened, I know you would have left.
Wow.
Okay? This makes sense to you, yes?
Mhm.
Okay. So
Wow.
it bought a reprieve for him, bought a reprieve for you. You've invested time in this relationship.
Definitely.
So,
Long time.
Long time. But we can't,
We have
here's,
a grandbaby coming.
and the grandbaby will be loved whether the two of you are together or not.
Right.
Okay. But now it's about, I hear Diana Ross, it's my turn with no apologies. Right? You've given up the truth for those you've tried to please. But in this moment now, Marianne, definition of insanity, we keep doing the same thing, expect a different result. So when I
Right.
move you to next year, that's where you're going to draw your healthy boundaries, because next year for you represents, on or around your birthday, it's this vibration of healthy boundaries, unconditional self-love, stepping into love energy and really wanting to feel empowered. And right now you're disempowered.
Right. I am.
So trust the process, continue with your therapy. I'm leaning more on the side of your leaving, but that is for you to decide. I hope I've been of service to you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
You're welcome. 888-565-1470. We're going to go right back to the phone lines, and I've got Tanya. And Tanya is in West Palm Beach. Tanya, how are you?
I'm fine, Sarah. How are you?
I'm doing great, Tanya. And what is your question for us tonight?
Well, the last time that I saw you, there was a gentleman that I asked you about, and
Yes.
well, like you really weren't so keen on, the relationship, but I have continued to see him, but not gotten anything, not serious about him. So
Yes.
I want to know, have that changed? Is he still a no-go? Because he seems to be very interested. I don't know if it's for what, but...
Okay. So first thing that I see here for you is this is your new year of opportunities for yourself and putting yourself first in your life. And there's a part of you that's responding also because he is showing interest. But here's the question. Is he showing interest for the chase or showing interest for the interest of relationship? You see, and you don't know that yet. That's the question that we pose to the universe, for the universe to show you the truth of that. May I have the person's birth month and day? That's all I need for this.
December 3rd.
Okay.
December 2nd or 3rd.
Okay. So this is a person who went through a lot of changes last year. And I feel like they were removing or are removing themselves from relationship. There's some past relationship that's still counting into their energy, please. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So this has not completely severed, yes?
Right.
Okay. This is why we can't quite move forward, because they have, and I know I hear their story, but their story is not enough to justify the fact that they want to move forward with you. Because once again, you will be repeating a pattern of attracting someone who's emotionally unavailable for you one way or another, whether it's physically available or not. So you need to let his story play out a bit more before he's a go for you. So to answer your question directly, no, the story has not changed. Therefore, the answer has not changed from Spirit. But we're reminding you why it's important for you to hold a healthy boundary for yourself, because this is your frequency sending out, I am attracting a man in the moment of now who loves me wholly and completely as I am, values me, is emotionally and physically available for me now to move forward in a permanent relationship. You hear how powerful that creative statement is as opposed to the energy of what we're dancing with right now?
Yeah.
Okay. But fun to talk to, fun to hang with. Just keep it in a special lane, all right, my dear? Thank you so much. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
888-565-1470. Write the number down. We sure hope you continue to follow the show from 7 to 8 p.m. We are on from 6 to 8. Those of you listening on WHFS, our phone lines are ringing, but we hope you continue to listen on iHeartRadio, follow WWNN, or catch me, Sarah Spiritual, on Facebook and YouTube, and visit sarahspiritual.com. Stay with us, everyone. We're going to the second hour. We'll be right back.
There's a light that shines down upon me, and there's a light that brightens up my day. There's a light.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. Phone lines are open at 1-888-565-1470. That's 1-888-565-1470.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsor.
The world is changing now, and we don't know where to go. The world is different now, and people have lost their way. It's just not easy to be who we want to be. that worked before, they don't work anymore. We have lost a love for everyone. We have hurt each other. The world is changing now. It's asking us to move along, to open up a different way of loving one another. We can't stay the same. We've lost the game of life. We can't run away anymore. The world is changing now. We need to heed the warning. The world is calling you to rise above where you've been. The world is changing now. What we did before doesn't work. It's time for you. It's time for me to change. The world is changing now. Won't you change and open your heart? Open your The sun begins to set and close out the day, and the moon begins to rise. It says hello as the sun says goodbye. The birds ride the wind and know we're there to go. They're just cruising by, singing.
Your spirit guides and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up. This show is furnished by Sarah Spiritual.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Welcome back to the second hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussions and to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. We have another hour to listen and call in. 888-565-1470. 888-565-1470. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube. And you can share the love and light.
Yes, indeed, there's a light right here on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, and 96.9. And we're answering your questions all across the nation at 888-565-1470. I sure hope my friends from WHFS on our Tampa side of Florida, that they're popping on over for the second half of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And for now, we're going to go to our YouTube and our Facebook questions. They've been hanging on. Can't keep them holding. And our people on the phone lines will be getting to you in just a moment. We've got people in Louisiana. We've got people in Florida. We've got people all across the nation at 888-565-1470. Going to my YouTube, and I've got Tawana. She's like, hey, Sarah, I think this isn't a good story, let me tell you. She's like, I think my coworkers are trying to sabotage me for my progression and taking credit for my work. And if so, like, how do I kind of dissemble their efforts and make sure I shine? She's really frustrated by this, and I know many of us have had that happen in the workplace. And so I know someone who follows me and follows the show actually wrote on a comment for Tawana, get out your reversing spray from Sarah Spiritual, because we need to spray that energy away. But I do want to let you know, Tawana, that they will not be victorious in this, and you need to document, and you also need to be your own voice box. You need to speak who you are and make sure that people recognize your efforts and what you have put forth so that they cannot undermine you in the behind the scenes. And you are still supposed to be taking a progressive movement up. There is advancement, there is increasement, and somehow I see a bonus. And I see two people trying to sabotage you, and I can tell you that one of them, whether they know it or not, they're almost out of there. So we're not going to really give them much mind. And yes, if you do not have Sarah Spiritual Reversing Spray, then you know where to go, sarahspiritual.com, and be sure to order your reversing spray. And if you need a few other things, you know what to pick up. Thanks, Tawana, for your YouTube question. We're going to go to our Facebook page and see what questions we have there. We've got Melissa Jean Forjan, and she says, will I find a job soon, and will I be fruitful? Well, here's the best part about where you are in this journey of your life. Right now, you are stepping into some power. And this energy has become a magnet for you to attract something that is going to be a job that has more of a contractual energy of success, almost an independence associated with it. And from that movement forward, you're going to attract abundance from that work. So yes, I do see work coming to you. And I know it's not today, tomorrow. I know it's not next week. But in the energy I feel that I see November as a time of fruitfulness coming your way. So there will be a connection, a reunion of work and you that is going to be prosperous. And when I step you into the month of February, I see much success around you. This job I see is not a lateral move. It is an upward move. So I want you to look for something that is going to rise you above where you've been. Don't settle. You're worth it. Thanks so much, Melissa Jean, for your Facebook question. And we're going to go back to the phone lines now at 888-565-1470. If you're listening to us on Facebook, be sure to pop a comment in, share the page. And those of you who are on YouTube, please give us your question in the YouTube page. I've got to go to Brooke. Brooke is in Lafayette, Louisiana. How are you, Brooke?
I'm doing very good, Sarah. How you been?
Good. I'm doing great. And my goodness, let me see here. This is definitely your time to say, I am done with drama. I am done with things that don't work for me. In the moment of now, I am aligned with my purpose and my destiny. And I am so excited and enthusiastic for what the future brings for me, because 2022 is going to lift you up, up, up. This year is about cleaning out, cleaning house, letting go of things that don't work for you, Brooke. This is a time where things might be feeling a little uncomfortable to force you and assist you in the growth process. What is your question, Brooke?
Well, here's the thing. I'm glad everything is finally in place and where it's at, but I'm always wondering what's going to happen next. What's next for me? What do I need to do to have it come my way?
Okay.
You know, especially in love department as well. You know.
So that is a great statement, and let me say to you this. When I opened the show, one of the things that I talked about was your ability to manifest. So let's rephrase what you're talking about to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of wondering what's coming next and how is it going to happen and in the love department, let's do this, Brooke. In the moment of now, go ahead and say, in the moment of now,
in the moment of now,
I am attracting loving relationships, opportunities, and a life partner in this moment of now. Okay. And so that's what we say to oneself to begin that energy of in the moment of now. So the way I hear it from the spirit guides, and I'll just say it as they give it to me. In the moment of now, Brooke is aligning herself with divine opportunities that open doors with possibilities beyond what she can imagine, to advance herself in the world so that she can have success. And in the moment of now, Brooke is also aligning herself with an opportunity that's going to put her on the path of her divine destiny so she can live her purpose. In the moment of now, things are becoming simplified, and the universe is facilitating all the necessary steps to get you where you desire to be and where you are meant to be. In the moment of now, Brooke is releasing the energies that have held her back before, in the energy of fear, in the energy of self-worth, self-esteem. She's releasing those energies knowing that they've no longer served her. And in this moment of now, Brooke is on the path to attracting divine love and partnership of someone who's going to value her, appreciate her, and understand that she is worthy of love, and someone who is going to be an equal vibrational match partner for a future to be built so that she could have the happily ever after that she came to this life to have in this moment of now. That's how they say it. And because I know this is being recorded, and you can go back on Facebook and YouTube, and if we time mark the stamp at the 7:10 mark is when I took your call, 7:10 Eastern time, then you want to go back, Brooke, and you want to write that out. And you want that to be your mantra of what you say every day, because then you will become the frequency, the vibration, the match that's going to attract this to yourself in this moment of now.
Okay.
Okay? So what's next? There is love coming for you. There is a new beginning coming for you. And 2022 is going to be a doorway of openings of opportunities for you. So don't get in your head. Don't hold yourself back. Okay?
Okay. Sarah, I've also been feeling lonely when it comes to like my grandparents and everything.
Yes.
I mean, I've been thinking about them so much, and I've been missing them a lot, and just wondering if they know like how much I need them, how much I miss them, how much I wish they were here to see
Absolutely.
the woman I've become.
And so they are looking down on you, and they always can see and be with you, okay? So understand that in this time, their energy is connecting to you, and your grandmother's energy steps forward first. She seems like she had a motherly energy around you. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
So like she was more the mother than your mother. I'm not dissing your mother, but just saying grandmother gave you some of that reinforcement and that nurturing energy that you required. And grandfather's energy, well, he seems to be the one who, he had a different type of personality. He's a bit of a character. And he kind of held this fatherly position for you so that you always knew you could go to grandpa, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so they are both with you, holding the space of your transformation and embracing you. And I feel like grandmother's birthday or death anniversary, somebody's death anniversary or birthday's coming up in the very near future, in this next month of November coming up, please. October, November, but it feels more like November to me. Who is that, please?
November, that's me. That's my birthday that's coming up.
Okay, so they're going to celebrate your birthday. They're going to be there with you. And then when did grandmother pass, please? Did she pass in the winter, please?
She passed away in the fall.
In the fall. So that's coming up too. You see what I'm saying? There's a death anniversary coming up too. When is her passing anniversary?
I think it just passed. I think it was September 8th.
All right. So you see, this is why her energy is around you, more easily accessible, because she's talking to me about an anniversary, a death anniversary that either just coming up or past. She's talking to me about November. So she's with you for your birthday. She's connected to you in her death anniversary, and she's very much around you. So they do know where you are, my darling, and you are on path.
I'm really glad.
I'm glad we were able to connect you and give you that reassurance. Thank you so much for following the show. We appreciate you greatly, Brooke. Bye for now.
Thank you so much,
All right.
Sarah. Bye.
Bye. 888-565-1470. We're going to go back to the phone lines, but first we're going to pull a question from Facebook, and then we're going to answer some questions all across South Florida. Let's see what we've got on our Facebook page and our YouTube page. We've got here, let's see, Melissa Polk. Melissa Polk says, hey, Sarah, can Spirit please tell me, how am I going to get through the next few months? Is there anything better coming? Do I have any specific... And I see here the energy around you, Melissa. And right now, I have to go back. I have to go back to the month of May. Melissa, Spirit tells me things started to get a little out of sorts for you in May. And you do have plenty to look forward to. And that takes me into the month of December. That's when I feel like, personally, your connection with people begin to shift and change. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like you're caught in a crossfire of some disconnect between people. And there's some misunderstanding. And things aren't lining up for you, so I kind of feel like you're feeling attacked or under pressure. So, Melissa, this energy is going to clear up. There is going to be a much better outcome when I get to the month of December. And if you're considering making a job change, there's some job opportunity that's going to come for you in the energy of 2022. Seems like the March energy. Thanks so much, Melissa Polk, for your Facebook question. And we're going to take another question from Facebook, and then we'll go back to our phone lines at 888-565-1470. And now we've got Estrelita, and she says, what I have to do to heal. So Estrelita has been going through some severe physical experiences that have caused her to feel of poor health. And this has been, according to Spirit, been carrying on for the past 3 years. And these past 3 years for Estrelita have been difficult in the healing energy. And what we have to do to heal is I'm going to ask you to see, I don't know if there's an alternative medicine person that you're able to step in contact with in your area. I know we're giving a message from out of country, so I don't know where you're located, but I can tell you that there is energy from Archangel Raphael that is going to work to assist you in healing. And I also feel like there's a cleanse, a detox, something that you might want to look into from the medical medium that is going to give you some alternative measures to help clear the body. But someone who is an alternative medicine professional will be of great assistance to you. Estrelita Yurlich. Thank you so much for your Facebook question. And we're going to go back to the phone lines at 888-565-1470. And we've got Christine. And Christine is in Port St. Lucie. Christine, how are you tonight?
I am well. How are you?
I'm doing great, Christine. And how can we be of assistance to you tonight?
I was supposed to start a job, but it got delayed. So, I've been having a rough time finding a job. So I wonder if you see me starting a job soon. and also like whenever I start my own business.
All right. So let me just take a look here. So the first thing that they make me aware of is this is a year of some great expansiveness, great financial expansion, a career expansion, and I'm also seeing emotional expansion. I feel like you've gone through a lot of changes and actually been able to work on your emotions and trying not to freak out is what they tell me. Yes. So you've been learning to
Yes.
kind of keep yourself calm and work through some anxiety. We've been having anxiety as well. Yes.
Yes, a lot. Yeah.
And financially, when I take you back into the month of February, things have been difficult since February. I know 2020 held some
Yes.
difficulties as well, but it was like I think we thought we were moving up, and then in February things came crashing back down. Is that also true,
Yes.
Christine? Okay.
Yes.
And so when I move you into this energy, I do see, I know the job got delayed, but aren't they doing something at the facility that you were going to work, or they're trying to revamp something where you're going? They're reorging something, and that's where you're stepping in. Do you know what they're doing behind the
No.
scenes?
Well, I'm supposed to work remotely.
Okay. But behind the scenes in their organization, they're reorging something, they're revamping something, there's something being reorganized. And this is to answer
okay.
phone calls for a company, please?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I do feel that that is going to come, and you are on the roster to be called. So I want you to just trust that experience. It's like a call center environment.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So this is something that's coming, and follow up with HR. But I feel like Mercury being retrograde is going to slow things up. Look to have you start on or before October 15th. Well, that's a Saturday, so I guess it would be the Monday after that, since most jobs start on I think the 15th is a Friday, so whatever the Monday will be, that's when I feel like you'll be getting
Okay.
started, okay? Christine, how did you hear about the show?
Well, I've watched you before. I've called you before. I came to see you too.
Well, thank you, Christine,
like
for
I
coming
see
to
you,
see us.
so.
I appreciate that, and you coming to see us at the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm, Christine. Just keep keeping on. Trust that you're being supported by your guides and angels, and work is coming. And I also see another application that you filled out recently should also bring about a interview as well.
Okay.
All right? Thank you so much. Bye for now.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye. 888-565-1470. We've got a caller in Fort Lauderdale, and I think it's DeQuan. I can't quite see the name there. So who do we have in Fort Lauderdale?
Daniqua.
Daniqua. Okay. How
Hi,
are you
Sarah.
tonight? How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay. I'm glad I got a chance to get through tonight. I've been trying for about 3-4 weeks now. And when I called tonight, it was meant for me to call tonight because I got straight through on the first try.
Well, that's good. That's why I'm glad. Sometimes we like to let people who haven't been able to get through. So I'm really glad you were able to connect. And so what is your question for us tonight?
Do you see any healing in my body for the near future that's coming up to come?
So when oh my goodness, I think I'm answering phone calls for you too. Okay. Are you there?
Yes.
Okay. So in the energy here, I feel like we've been to the doctor, yes?
Yes.
And the doctor is basically trying to prescribe you and give you some things that will be of assistance to you, yes? But we're not feeling any better. Is that true?
Yes. I'm doing a research study right now, so that's all they're doing is put medication and stuff like that.
But I feel your energy is very fatigued. Is that true?
Yes.
And we're having difficulty in the rest. We're feeling fatigued. Muscles seem weak to me as well. Is that also true?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Very high-powered energy of medicine they're putting in you. So I do see healing, and I do feel like this trial is going to bring you some results and lead them to, it's not the catch-all, be-all, but it's going to lead them to something else that's going to give you some assistance for your healing. So I feel like this is step one of a process that is going to bring you healing. Because they also tell me we're not able to really work and do the things we need to do. Is that also true?
Yes.
And this trial is going to be for 3 months, please?
It was for not 3 months. It was like probably like 6-7 months. I started it in June.
So we've got 3 more months. I have 3 more months here.
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll be done. You'll be done before Christmas, and then you'll have some better results for your health and your healing.
I receive it.
Yes. Very powerful healing that we've got coming up for you, my dear, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. God bless you. Yes. Yes, I'm sorry?
Continue to pray my strength. And next time I'm in West Palm, I'm most definitely going to come back. Do you have anything that at the store that can help me with energy?
Yes, we have a lot of clearing and cleansing products that will be able to assist you. All right?
I'm going to come to the store and see you.
All right. I look forward to that. Bye for now.
Okay.
All right, bye. 888-565-1470. We're going to clear the board, and we look forward to hearing from you right here on WWNN, 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, and 96.9. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to go to the phone lines. We're going to explore our Facebook questions and our YouTube questions. Stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back.
Do you know me? Do I know you? Have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 888-565-1470. That's toll free. 888-565-1470.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual at 888-565-1470. Toll free, 888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me?
Do you know me? I am Sarah Spiritual, and you are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on WWNN, and we're answering your questions. We've got another half hour of phone calls from all of you, 888-565-1470. So if you've got a burning question, I want to hear from you. And we're going to go to our Facebook page as well and our YouTube page, so pop your questions in there in the feed as well. We've got some things coming up that I do need to talk about. Drum roll, please. You have some feelings of energy, feeling stuck in your physical body, emotional things that you just can't seem to release. Perhaps you're feeling in pain in the physical body. Often the meridians in the body hold energy that are become stuck and stagnant. We've got a chakra class to clear out your chakras, clean up the energy, and line up the divine straight to you. We've got 7 chakras that are going to be working on. We're going to teach you how to keep your chakras in balance and clear the energy and the meaning of the chakras in your life so that you can be aligned with all the vibrations associated with the 7 chakras in the physical experience. So we do hope you join us for our class, and that is on October 5th. And the cost of that class is only $12. So pop on sarahspiritual.com and let's get a class together. Now, we also have coming up something that's on special. They don't have a slide for it, but we do have our soul integration. Soul integration is an opportunity for you and I to go back into the past. We do have it. My goodness. They never fail to surprise me. The soul integration class is this wonderful opportunity, a session, I should say, for us to go back into the past and to heal the unresolved emotional issues from the past and the fragmented parts of your childhood and take your little one and bring them to the future and bring them into the moment of now so that you can create a fulfilled, happy living. So if you've done everything and you still feel like you're feeling stuck and stagnant, perhaps a memory or an experience in the past is what's holding you back. We don't bring up the trauma as much as we talk through the energy and bring your actual little one to the future. Very profound connection with 12 archangels. It's something that I am certified, one of the few people in the world that know how to do this process called soul integration with the assistance of Theo, the representative conscious energy of 12 archangels. So visit Sarah Spiritual. It is on sale right now. So we do hope if you have any aspects that you want to integrate, that you pop on sarahspiritual.com. And we also have our spiritual shift, our conscious shift program coming up. And this is where all of my apprentices have delved into the higher energy of who they are, who they've come to be, and learn to manage energy and align with the ascended masters, the angels and teachers, and tap into their own spiritual gifts. Do you have spiritual gifts that you feel are just really just pumping within and want to come out? Do you feel like you want to be more spiritually aligned as the world is changing? You want to be of a different frequency and not lose yourself in the energy of lack and fear? Do you want to be closer to your guides and your angels? Do you want to know how to send the energy to bring love and peace throughout the world, that you yourself, through your own frequency, can contribute to the energy of the divine's energy influence upon the world and in your own individual life? This is the class for you. This program has been channeled through me by the Ascended Masters. It is a live class. We have 6 classes to participate in. Go to sarahspiritual.com. Learn more about my 2021 Conscious Shift program. I have been working on this program with my apprentices since 2013, and I sure would love to have you join us and receive the blessings and the transformation that you desire. We're going to go back to the phone lines at 888-565-1470. I've got to go to Virginia. I've got Nadine on the line. Nadine, how are you?
Hi, Sarah. I'm doing well.
Is this your first
How
time?
are you?
Good. Is this your first time calling, Nadine?
No, I've spoke to you before.
All right, great. Well, we welcome you back, Nadine. And let's take a look here and see where we are. So it's really interesting to me here, Nadine, that this energy is really about bringing upon you change of circle of people, circle of friends, bringing new people into your life. Are you looking to make changes personally at this time?
Yes, more so career and I guess just all of the above. So yes.
Yes, it's a time of great networking, and they actually give me the sun. Here comes the sun. Da, na, 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 na. So there's this energy of transformation that comes for you that shines light upon you. And what is your question about your career?
Just see what Spirit says. Just looking on progressing and just time for a change.
It is time. The word I have on my paper is change. And so as I write the change, I see here that I do not believe that where you are is going to give you the direction and the momentum that you need to move yourself up. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
And so I feel like we have to look outside of where we are, and that is going to bring new opportunities. So I feel like networking and the energy around this connection with your networking, because for you it's very important that you have a position that is very grounded and directs people and is connected with people, and you feel like you're the person who could be a great point person. Do you handle multiple tasks all at once, Nadine?
Yes.
And so in this
Yes, I do.
energy, I feel like there's a next level, like a director, or what is your next title up, please?
My current position, it could be like a supervisor.
Okay.
So.
And then we want to move up from supervisor to a director or the manager, whatever they call it, correct?
Correct. Yes.
In projects, are we dealing with projects at this time?
No projects.
No projects, okay. So when I move you into the energy and I take you into the 2022, this is when this time really ramps up, directing you to a new position outside of the environment that you're in. You've begun your networking and checking with other people, yes? And LinkedIn
Yes, I
and
have.
things? Okay. So I feel like this energy of interviewing process and connections really gets ramped up in the month of November. And as we move you through that, look for change in 2022 for you. I see increase. This increase comes in the amount of about $7,000. That's the increase that I see coming to you to start, to bring you into this new position. All right?
Okay. Thank you so much, Sarah.
You're welcome, Nadine. Write it down. Write down what you want in the moment of now. I am the woman who is attracting an abundant experience for myself that is going to yield me abundance beyond measure and fulfillment and the direction that fulfills my heart for my career. All right? Thank you so much,
Okay.
Nadine. Bye.
Thank you.
You're
Have
welcome.
a great night, Sarah.
You too. Bye. 888-565-1470. And we're going to go back to the phone lines. I've got Pauline. Pauline, how are you tonight?
Hi. Hi, Sarah. How are you?
I'm doing great, Pauline. Good to connect with you. Have we spoken before on the phone?
Yes, we did.
Okay,
yes,
great.
we have. Yeah.
And do I hear the radio in the background? Because when I hear too many voices besides the voices in my head, it's a problem.
Yeah, I'm
So
sorry about
turn that down.
But where I'm living, I can't right now because this lady here, she's just a little kind of going a little crazy, so I can't really turn it down. I could just come outside.
Okay, there we go. You there, Pauline?
Yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Go right ahead.
So that's it. Then here, yeah. And she's standing right here, so she's,
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's the situation.
Okay. And is she someone that you're taking care of, please?
I'm sorry, Sarah.
All right.
sorry, Sarah.
All right.
Because I'm supposed to be in a room on my own, but she comes in there.
All right, so we'll have to let that go, Pauline. Try to call us back, okay? All right. 888-565-1470. So clearly Pauline is taking care of someone who requires a little more attention and probably is not in the best of health. So we send Pauline many blessings here. Welcome your phone calls at 888-565-1470. And as we clear the energy for new phone calls, we're going to take a minute to talk about how we create in this energy of the moment of now in the frequency of something that's frustrating and disappointing, because many of us have been in this break in life where we just didn't know what we were going to do. And we found ourselves in this pickle. Have you ever been in a pickle where you didn't know how you're going to handle it and what was going to happen next? And sometimes we tend to have some self-criticism because we've made a choice and we realize it wasn't a good choice. And then we find ourselves stuck and stagnant and trapped. And then in that moment, when we're realizing we're trapped, then the first energy that pops into us is that energy of fear. And when the energy of fear grabs hold of you, you automatically disconnect from all the possibilities that can come to you with ease and grace. So then we begin to struggle. And so many of us have had this energy of struggle through these past few years, of change, things unexpectedly coming our way. And we haven't been able to align ourselves with what we really wanted because we were feeling as if we couldn't get out of the pickle that we got ourselves in. Some things are choices, some things are created around us. And in that energy of being created around us, we feel like we don't have control. And the minute we think we have control is when we've actually lost control. You're not in control of many things in your life. You can choose how you feel. You can choose how you interpret other people. You can choose how you react. You can choose what makes you feel good and happy. But you can't choose how someone else is going to be. That is their free will choice. So when we get ourselves in a pickle, we always come from this place of, how am I going to get myself out of this? Rather than asking the question of, now in this moment, how did I get myself into this pickle? And what part of me was feeling misaligned and not lined up with my intuition, with my knowing? Or why didn't I listen to that little voice that said, I told you shouldn't have done that? I think we've all had that experience. Even when you have a feeling like, I don't think I should take this road, but you take the road anyhow because you think it's going to be faster, only to find out there's a traffic jam. But yet you had the feeling that you shouldn't have done it, but why did you do it? Because your personality and your ego got in the way and decided that it was going to be what is going to direct you at that moment. So there you stand in this energy of frustration, trying to figure out, now what am I going to do? So when you found yourself in your pickle, say to yourself, in the moment of now, I release all self-criticism. I release the energy that makes me feel as if I can't have what I desire. And I release the energy at this moment, knowing that something better will open up for me. And in this moment of now, I am not trapped. I am aligning with new opportunities. And in the moment of now, I give myself permission to be free from this experience. I forgive the people associated with this experience that have created some of the energy that have caused me to feel angst. And I forgive myself for feeling misaligned. And I choose to surrender to the energy of the divine, knowing that I, the human, am not in control. That God is always in control and God always has my back. And in this moment of now, I choose to release myself knowing something wonderful will happen. We have to cut ourselves some slack. Sometimes we have a knee-jerk reaction. We make a choice that will make us choose something that we think is a Band-Aid or a fix because we think it's the safe bet. Have you ever done a safe bet and have it blown up in your face? Have you ever gotten yourself in a career that felt safe, but then you realize you're not happy or fulfilled? Perhaps a relationship. It seemed like the right thing to do and transactionally made sense. You know, he looks good on paper. She looks good on paper. But at the end of the day, what was there? We have to learn to forgive ourselves. So unfortunately, Pauline was not able to get herself back, but we're going to go back to the phone lines. I was hoping she could get her moment's space so she could talk to us, but we're going to go back to the phone lines at 888-565-1470, and I'm going to go to Alicia. She's in Chicago. Alicia, how are you?
Hi, Sarah. Thank you for answering my call.
You're welcome. What's your question?
It's just me, about me. I find myself confused about myself, and I have a lot of relatives that recently passed away. And I just want to know, are they watching over me? And what does my future look like?
Well, first of all, let me go back, if I may. I got to go back 4 years. When I go back 4 years and I could take us into, I'm going to go back 2016 into 2017. That was a difficult time, a time of change for you. Is that true, Alicia?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so everything that you are at this moment, everywhere you are, is a result of how you've handled that transaction and that change for yourself, yes?
Yes.
And so in this moment, we're trying to get you back in balance because you're a little bit out of sorts, out of balance, yes? And I feel like a lot of people depended on you, and now you're kind of run dry. The energy is just not
Yeah.
holding up for you, yes?
Yes.
And when I look at the energy around you and I feel this energy, I'm also made aware of your connection to the divine, your connection to the angels, and also your awareness that your loved ones are with you, yes?
Yes.
And you feel them. And I have 3 people who recently passed, like it's kind of like 1, 2, 3, yes? 3 people in a row passed for you, please?
Yes.
Okay. Because they stand up and they step up and they go 1, 2, 3, we're here. And for you, it was like 3 punches in a row and you got knocked down, yes?
Yes.
Someone's talking to me, though, about a son. They're talking to me about their son. There's a son connected to you? Who's the son?
Yes.
Okay.
My sister Elaine has a son.
And are you taking care or looking after her son or checking on her son, please?
I don't really keep up with him that much, but my family always calls me
and fills you in.
keeps me up
Okay.
to date.
All right.
Yes.
And your sister has a son. Your sister's passed. Your sister, because someone's talking to me about the son. So that's your sister's son, please? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Sister is the first one who steps up to connect with me. And you helped her in the passing, please? You were with her or connected to her in some way, please? Because she makes me feel like I want to say thank you to you. Does this make sense to you?
We were pretty close.
Okay. And she also talks to me about, what is this about? Did we have something that matched? You have the something that matches. You both have the same thing. She's making me feel like there was something that matches between the two of you, and it makes me feel like something that's clothing or jewelry related or something. Do you have something from your childhood that matches? I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to hold it there because she's showing me in you two wearing something similar, like a same shirt or same top here is how I see it, all right? So, and it may be a childhood memory here that she's showing me here. Your sister was kind of big on remembering and memories and things, and so you have a lot of pictures or things that she had, or you were looking at a lot of pictures for her, please?
Yeah, I have some dishes that was just given to me that was hers.
Okay, and your sister liked to hold on to a lot of different things. And there's a lot of
Yes.
pictures of the two of you at like a family event, please? Yes? There was like a summer family gathering, please? She's showing me a gathering here. It seems to be something that's in the good weather because I don't see snow in the pictures she's showing me. So I'm going to leave that with you, but your sister's making mention of this. I also see a man who's connected to you who passed, please, yes?
Yes, most definitely, yes.
Okay. Let me see if he can come forward a little bit more. And also, there's a woman who's older who passed as well, please. Is this like a mother energy, please? Or
Yeah, it's my mom.
Okay.
She passed in 2020, March 2020.
Okay, so mother steps forward for me here, and she makes me feel like she didn't want to go, like she was a force that had to keep everybody lined up and rustled up here. So your mom was very trying to keep everyone together in the family, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Mother steps forward to you, and you too helped mother as well, yes?
Yes.
When I go to mom's energy, my heart, my breath, my breathing, my throat all feel tight here. She had something going on in her chest, in her breath, her breathing, and her throat, please, before she passed?
Yeah, she had complications with her breathing right before her passing.
Okay, so this is, and so she couldn't quite talk before she passed, and so she's telling me that she loves you. She says, tell her I love you.
Oh, thank you, yes.
Okay. The two of you were more like sisters than mother-daughter. This is how she makes me feel, yes?
Yes, we had a different type of relationship. It wasn't as much as mother-daughter.
Yeah, it's more like friends or sisters or something. Yes, please?
Yes.
You two are like the dynamic duo, like, I don't know, Thelma and Louise. I don't know. It's this kind of crazy energy. You guys did some crazy things. Gentleman
had some crazy energy.
Gentleman steps forward, though. He's not standing in a position here. He's not standing in the father's position. He's standing as if he's someone who's younger than your father here. So is there a brother or someone who passed connected to you, a gentleman closer to your age, please?
Yeah, I have a brother that passed away, but he was 3 years older than me. Then I have a significant other that passed away in 2016.
Okay, this is your brother who's coming through here, and what I meant is he's younger than your father, so I know it's not your dad here. So, so your brother is coming through here. Your brother seemed to always manage to have a story for something. Yes.
Yeah,
I don't know. Your brother's got a story for everything, and he was a good storyteller. And sometimes I don't know if he was always telling the truth. I just want to let you know that. So there's this energy here of the storyteller here. And when I look at the energy, you said 2016 is your partner, please?
Yes.
Okay. And that was the energy around the time I said you went through your major change, and that's why you are where you are. Yes, but the three people who are stepping forward for you are your brother, your mother, and your sister. All three step forward so that you know that they are with you.
Okay.
Now, where do you go from here? Yes.
Okay.
Where do you go?
Okay. My niece passed away. You talked with my sister Yvonne from Chicago, and you told her that there was another aunt.
Yes.
I was very close to my niece.
Yes.
And I wanted, and she had something to tell me.
Well, your niece, your niece is not coming through at this moment, so she's not stepping forward for me to say something. But the aunt, there is another aunt who passed. Is that true? There's another female there connected to the family who is not stepping forward, but I see her there. Your niece is not coming forward, so I cannot relay that message. But something like this would be a magnificent thing for you and I, Alicia, to talk about on a personal reading where I'm able to connect you to your loved ones and I can build a better, stronger bridge so we could spend more time so that your niece can come through.
Okay.
Okay.
So is the other woman, would that be my best friend who passed away?
No, this is an older woman.
An older woman?
Yeah. So she reads like an aunt or someone. Yes.
My grandmother?
No, she's stepping in a position of like someone who would be like an aunt. She might have been an in-law aunt, but this is how I see her. I see your grandmother there as well, but she's not stepping forward. Okay. But that's why you have so many people there. You and I could spend 40 minutes on the phone talking to all of them. But I do hope I've given you some confirmation, some evidence that you know that you are being watched over and that you most certainly are loved from beyond. And they do appreciate you ever so greatly because you've been keeping everything together for so many. But now it's your turn and to focus on you and to build a better foundation for yourself financially and emotionally. And it's time for you to kind of start again. And you have their blessing.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. If you want to do some more work with this and ask some other questions, you can always go to sarahspiritual.com. We can have a personal session, and I'd love to be of assistance to you in the future. Bye for now. Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome. 888-565-1470. We've got Crystal on the line. Crystal's from Clarksville. Crystal, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Good to connect with you. Is this your first time calling?
Yes, ma'am, and thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome. I have to ask you, where is Clarksville?
It's north of Nashville.
Ah, must be beautiful there, yes?
It's gorgeous.
And are
it's
the leaves
absolutely amazing.
Leaves are changing now, yes?
They're starting to. We're starting to see a little bit of fall.
Well, snap up some pictures and put it on my Facebook page of Sarah Spiritual because I want to see some fall colors.
Sure, absolutely.
All right, so Miss Crystal, let's take a look. Let me open up the energy for you here. And so the first thing that I'm seeing here, very interesting, you are in this energy of power, purpose, passion. I don't know, I hear the song, I Am Woman, Hear Me Roar, in numbers too big to ignore. And so you're stepping into your personal power right now and kind of trying to make some lines in the sand so you kind of have healthy boundaries and move yourself in a direction of something with purpose and passion. Is that correct, Crystal?
Yes, ma'am. I actually just started a new job as a case manager at a detox recovery center on Monday.
Wonderful. And this is going to be most rewarding for you to make a difference and for you to also shine your light and your talents. You're very intuitive of your own. I also see a lot of connection to you listening to music is a breakaway, a relaxing for you, please?
Yes.
And we've been
absolutely.
opening up more to our angels and our guides recently as well, Crystal?
Yes.
And tapping
very
in
much.
and tuning into that power. You should take a look at my program for the conscious shift, because this would really help open you up. Read some about it. I think it'll be most advantageous for you, because I'm seeing Archangel Michael around you. I'm seeing Archangel Raphael. Michael stands very firmly. So when you're working with your clients in the detox and the other work that you've done to assist others, you do call upon Archangel Michael, yes?
Yes.
Standing front and center, wants you to know that he hears you and he's working it for you. So what is your
wonderful.
question about this transition I see, this change, this opening? What's your question for me?
Can you tell me anything about my future, my mother, my love life? Anything? Do you?
Oh, well, we got lots to tell you, but let me see what I can tell you in about 2 minutes. So the first thing they make me aware of here is that this is the energy of love comes into your energy here. And so love life is bringing in primary partnership. Yes, please?
Yes.
And so when I move you back into the energy of, for you, 2017, that was a time of some change for you, please? I'm sorry, a divorce, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so we are recouping from that and moving forward, and love will find a way. 2022 brings in love when I step you in the month of February, not because Cupid's arrow strikes, but because that's when the energy becomes conducive for love for you. I also feel that you have this guard up, this wall up, and my guides tell me to tell you, you got to bring that down a bit here, and you've got to trust that the universe has your back and that you are going to attract a primary partner for love. Write down every aspect that you desire. For now, we're out of time, Crystal. If you want to learn more, visit sarahspiritual.com. Join us in a future show. I hope I've been of service to you.
You have. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. God bless you. Bye for now.
God bless you. Stay safe. Bye-bye.
888-565-1470. Yes, indeed, there's a light right here on WWNN, and that's all of you. We're on show 605. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll catch you next Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m., and I look forward to talking with you. Good night. God bless you. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
There's a light leading the way. Oh, there's a light. There's a light. There's a light that opens doors for.
This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answers your most important questions as you navigate through life. Listen and call in next week and let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit guide you. If you didn't have a chance to speak with Sarah Spiritual tonight, visit Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can message Sarah Spiritual at Facebook and follow her on Instagram. Tune in every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. with more from Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.